Why would someone who was a member of the 1%, who, take, for example, Gates, with hundreds of billions of dollars, and say the 1% is wealthy, they have real estate, they have jets, why would they want more?
Well, because I think this is something we should get into later, because I can explain this. But this is not about money, you see. This is about control. This is about a complete takeover, not just of humans in the physical sense, if you like. It's to take over their minds and their perceptions directly in the end through connecting their brains, human brains, to AI, which they're already talking about, and they're already giving us a time scale of 2030. And all this is going on now. They're all stepping stones to that.
And why do they want to do that? Why?
Well, that is a big picture, which would be better, I think, a little bit later on, when I can get into all that. Who are these people and why are they doing it? Because it goes very, very deep. And they are hijacking human society. They're hijacking the human race. And later in the chat, we should get into that, because it's apparently far out, but less and less far out, as what we thought was far out in terms of this would never happen is now happening. But the point about, we talked about where they want to go. So how do they take us there? And what's the structure that allows them to pull off something like this global fake pandemic, as I would call it? If you think of a transnational corporation, the structure is basically the same, except that instead of subsidiaries in different countries, it's secret society networks and family bloodline networks. So you have a central point, say the headquarters of this cult, and it operates in the shadows. And it's dictating from the center. Then in each country, you have subsidiary networks of this cult. And their job in each country is to control that country's politics, government administration, what we call with control of the intelligence network, control of the military, and so on. We call the deep state now. We even have a word for it. I've been writing about this for decades. Now people are actually calling it the deep state. So you have these networks, and they are there to control the politics, government administration, major corporations, the banking system and finance, and the media, ownership of the media, to control perception by controlling information. And part of these different pyramidal hierarchies, with the cult at the top, include control of the medical systems in each country, control of health systems, control of the big pharmaceutical cartel, mainstream medicine arena. So this is going on in every country, with the central point, I call it the spider, dictating, just like a transnational corporation dictates to its subsidiaries, and they're all working to the same agenda, the same blueprint. And there's two mass mind control, mass mind perceptual manipulation techniques that this cult uses to advance its agenda. One I called a long time ago problem, reaction, solution, where you covertly create a problem, you get your unquestioning media, have we seen that or not in the last few weeks, to tell the public the version of that problem you want them to believe, and you want the public to be saying, in a state of fear and anxiety or outrage, something must be done. What are they going to do about it? And then those who've covertly created the problem and got that reaction then openly offer the solutions to the problems they've covertly created and blame someone else for. And there's another version of that, which I have called no problem reaction solution. That's where you don't need a real problem, you need the perception of one. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. There was a no problem reaction solution to justify the invasion with all its ongoing consequences of Iraq. There's a no problem reaction solution called human caused climate change, which when you break down the facts as opposed to the propaganda is absolutely unsupportable. And then we come to current events and a colossal of historic unprecedented proportions no problem reaction solution, the global pandemic.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim, watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.